and into Church Lane in Finbar. And it's a long while since I've ridden the full length of this little lane. And it's quite a nice ride. You just have to be a bit careful because there's quite a lot of deep gravel and grit. It can soon have you off if you're not careful. It's like riding over marbles in places. But if that preserved railway could just get across the junction through Finbar railway station, but it would take 2 level crossings and I think there's enough room to squeak them through with a single line. But it would give them access right down to Burdale, which would be a really nice route for the railway to take. It would be a lot more pleasant a route than just going back to Wetwang through Green Lane, which is what they're going to do. But this is the way they want to be coming. The obstruction to them getting any further than Burdale is the tunnel, which has collapsed inside. I don't think there's any chance of them ever getting through that tunnel. But certainly take it as far as Burdale as a terminus, yeah, that would work. And it would give them a really nice run, probably approaching 5 miles. If you went from Wetwang into Burdale, I would think that's I would think 4.5, 5 miles. That's as long as the Worth Valley Railway. Because the other thing that will cost them money is all the occupation crossings and bridges. It's never as simple as you think it is. I think it's if you look here, look, there's 3 bridges in less than 200 yards there. They've actually dug out the embankment at that one. But you never know. I never thought when they started the North Yorkshire Moors Railway back when I was a youngster in the 70s, excuse me, that they would get from Whitby all the way back to Pickering, but then they have. Quite incredible. Now they've certainly improved the road surface down here. It's a massive improvement to what it was. And just on here is the site of where Burdale Railway Station used to be. Somewhere, I think it was after the bridge. Yeah, in there. Yeah, and another big bridge there, look, you see. Yeah, I don't suppose it'll ever happen. Oh, it's a shame. I know a lot of these preserved railways, they're starting to struggle for cash in some places. Some are more successful than others, but their biggest problem is finding coal for these steam engines, because we don't produce it in this country anymore. I like riding down this road. I find it very relaxing. All these little valleys up that way to Thixondale. Those three famous trees at I can't remember the name of the artist, but he painted anyway. Yeah, when you go into the history of this little area, it has quite a bit of history. It's quite surprising. The railway, the painter, the chalk quarry. Yeah, on we go. There's the old quarry there. That's basically what kept the railway alive as long as it did. But there's a few pheasants about. Martin Zero did a vlog about the Burdale Railway tunnel. If you get a chance to have a look at it, my God, it's a scary place. I won't go in there, I'll tell you that for now. And Martin Zero said some of the tunnels you go in feel friendly, he says, but this one, he said, when you go in this, it feels like it wants to kill you. And you can see at its midpoint the brickwork has all fallen away and delaminated the tunnel, and it's exposed the grey chalky shale. just underneath it. They thought they were digging through dry chalk when they dug it, and it ain't, it's wet shale, and it caused them, well, it nearly bankrupted the railway building it. And as some of you might already know, one of the engineers who was in charge of the project was a brother of Charles Dickens, the famous author. I turned my heated jacket on and I put my heated grips on. I'm not been feeling particularly well today. I come out for some fresh air because I thought it would do me good, but not feeling very well. My diabetes is playing up. I know what it is. I've had this before. Jippy stomach is bloody taking the big dose of metformin that I have to take. Really bloody chews me stomach up, something awful. I thought, no, I'm going to go out, get a bit of fresh air. I'll take my case jacket and some and put the heated grips and everything. I'm glad I did. I just thought I'd ride this bit of road. Just a bit different, and see if I can find a nice way back rather than coming up that Malton Road, which is a racetrack at best and doesn't appeal to me one little bit. Looking down into the Vale of Pickering here, and it looks a little bit misty. I'd planned to go for a ride up the coast, but when I looked at the temperature on the coast, it's about 9 degrees. It's Partridge. It's about 12 or 13 degrees here. It's not too bad, but the breeze is coming off the east coast, which at this time of year, well, quite frankly, any time of the year, is a cold direction. And you can see, look, over towards the coast, it's misty as well, if this camera will show it up. This is one of the back lanes in Duggleby. I was just trying to think, it's a North Yorkshire village. It's not, and I'm thinking it's still in East Yorkshire. No, this is North Yorkshire. We've crossed the county boundary. Not by much. I think before this rides up, yeah, we're going to get 1,500 miles up on the clock. Just riding back into the east riding of Yorkshire, so we've only been about 3 or 4 miles over the county boundary. Back into these wold valleys, go all the way down to Flamborough Head. And finally into Sledmere, which is the end of today's ride. And time to head home. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this little outing with me and the CL 500, or as Richard calls it, the mighty CL. I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now. Ta-da!
Oh. There goes Graham on the mighty CL.